Hey NYO-U, my name is Jaylin Vinson, a violinist from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I am currently finishing my sophomore year at Mill City High School. Finding out that I was accepted into NYO-2's 2019 season was such a surreal moment for me. I could not conceive that I would be playing in such a prestigious concert hall that is Carnegie Hall. I will be working with and playing alongside musicians and conductors that have dedicated years mastering their craft, and I find that so humbling. I am very excited for what NYO-2 has to offer and the learning, the experiences, and the friends that come with it. Anyways, a couple of fun facts about myself. I will be participating in my youth orchestra's leadership council and drum major for my high school marching band. In preparations for these positions, I have learned many techniques and fundamentals about effective leadership. Moreover, I have discovered that I can practically apply some of these experiences into my orchestral playing. And this segues into my main point of leadership. In this mini masterclass, I will be giving you some insight into the principles of being an effective leader within your section, even if you're in the back. Let's dive deeper, shall we? As a violinist, I've had the opportunity to sit as concertmaster. This meant I got to lead the orchestra, supply bowings that my whole section hated, and ultimately being the diplomat between the violin section and the conductor. I've also had the opportunity to sit as principal second violin. I've also had the opportunity to sit as second desk, third desk, fourth desk, and a couple times I've had to sit in the back, which was a very eye-opening experience. I learned and heard a lot sitting in the back of the section that I would have never heard sitting towards the front or the middle. However, one thing that I have observed in musicians is the mentality that the further and further away one moves from first chair, the less responsibility falls on them regarding the morale and success of the section. This is probably one of the greatest musical sins a musician may make, alongside not bringing a pencil to rehearsal and playing solo rep during the warm-up. Don't be that guy. It is the responsibility of the musician to realize that the qualifications of being an effective leader has no chair and doesn't fall slowly on the principal player. Yes, it may feel nice leading from the first chair where the sky is blue and it smells like Christmas, but for a section to work efficiently and effectively, there must be leaders throughout the section helping the principal player. I am happy to share with you 3 principles to help you lead effectively, whether you're concertmaster, principal second, principal flute, third tuba, or even playing the triangle. Principle number 1. To lead others, you must first start leading yourself. Yes, I am aware this may sound like something from a fortune cookie, but this seemingly simple task is an important aspect of being an effective leader. This point can be boiled down to one word: discipline. Discipline as a musician and a leader go hand in hand, as this is a very important building block for other principles. Examples of having good discipline often happen outside the orchestral rehearsals. This includes giving your best effort to the music, coming to rehearsal prepared with good rhythm, good intonation, and phrasing. Doing this, not only will you be rewarded with a gold star from your peers, but you also become a positive reference point to help others in your sections that may need clarification with bowings, phrasings, or may even look to you for cueing. Principle number 2. 90% of leadership is attitude. Now, I'm no physical science buff in any shape or form, but there exists a law of conservation of energy. In a nutshell, this talks about how energy cannot be created nor destroyed, rather it gets transformed and translated into other forms of energy. And in a way, your attitude works the same way. Coming into rehearsal with a positive and focused attitude can get reflected to other members of your sections and even other members of the orchestra. Now, I'm not asking you to come into rehearsal skipping and singing Hamilton while a trail of rainbows and unicorns trails behind you. However, before you step into a rehearsal, whether it's chamber, sectionals, or orchestra rehearsal, it would be to your benefit to reevaluate and restart your attitude. I find it more beneficial to come into a rehearsal with a positive and focused attitude, because that gets reflected to 1, and from 1 to 2, and 2 to 3, and the cycle just goes on and on and on. Ultimately, this will have the impact on the culture and morale of the rehearsal. However, keep in mind that not so great attitudes can get passed as well. If you realize that you're not having the best attitude during a break, reevaluate and restart your attitude so when you come back, you're refreshed with a better energy and attitude. Lastly, principle number 3. You're measured by what you give rather than what you have. We've all been in that position where we've had a principal player that is a really great musician. They come to rehearsal with the music prepared and focused. However, when it comes to communicating and giving feedback, this is where they fall short. As a leader, it's always important to give a little bit of yourself back to your section. This can take the form of giving intricate musical insight or even giving player-to-player feedback. It's always important to be an asset to your section. For example, If you see that a desk has the incorrect bowings, politely let them know and inform them of the correct bowing. If you hear that a chord sounds kind of wonky, ask your section to take some time out of rehearsal to ensure that everyone's on the correct partial and fingering. If you notice that a certain section within a piece doesn't sound clean throughout the section, ask your section to come 10 to 15 minutes early before rehearsal to have a quick sectional. Giving your time and resources can really show your marks of being a positive and effective leader. Let's recap. 1. To lead others, you must first start leading yourself. This can be displayed through self-discipline. 2. 90% of leadership is attitude. Keep in mind your attitude is contagious. 3. You're measured by what you give rather than what you have. The stripes of an effective leader are those who make themselves available to those around them. Thank you for joining me for this NYO-U mini masterclass on the fundamentals of leading. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more. I'm Jaylin Vinson, and until next time.